We now know more about the cause of a deadly helicopter crash that killed 4 first responders almost 2 years ago. The chopper, belonging to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, was helping fight a wildfire near Las Vegas when it crashed, killing everyone on board. Undersheriff Larry Corn, Lieutenant Fred Beers, Deputy Michael Levison, and Lieutenant Paramedic Matthew King with the Bernalillo County Fire Department. The National Transportation Safety Board releasing its final report today.
KOAT first with this breaking news. Here's anchor Sasha Leninger.
On July 16th of 2022, the helicopter flown by the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office was near Las Vegas helping fight a wildfire. It refueled and was headed back to the metro when it crashed, killing all 4 people on board.
It's tragic. These men were doing their job, public safety wise.
Now, 2 years later, the National Transportation Safety Board releasing its final report detailing what caused the Metro 2 crash. According to the NTSB, complete engine failure due to poor maintenance is to blame for the accident.
There was definitely engine failure due to fatigue. That could be due to multiple reasons.
William Taylor is a former law enforcement pilot. He flew a helicopter for Albuquerque police for several years.
It looked like most of the airworthiness directives had been complied with.
The report says the starter generator input gear failed in flight due to fatigue. That failure led to the shearing of the starter generator drive shaft, seizure of the accessory gearbox, and loss of engine power.
One of the things that stands out was the most concerning was that they had a chip light that it had happened 17 hours prior to that accident.
The chip light indicates a piece of metal is in the oil and it needs to be addressed by maintenance crews.
If 2 teeth rub the wrong way, or if the metal is getting fatigued and it's getting to a point where it's starting to chip apart, these metal pieces, which are, again, they have to be ferrous, they have to have iron content to stick to the magnet. The idea is that when they do break loose, they find their way to that magnet, make that connection, and that sensor triggers a light in the cabin so the pilot knows that that component of the aircraft is making metal.
Investigators say the oil system was drained and flushed, and the elements were removed, cleaned, and reinstalled. No other chip lights were reported after. The report also says the chip and oil were sent for analysis, but BCSO never received a report.
When it starts showing chips, that's obviously a warning sign. So maybe that probably should have been addressed more before that helicopter being put in such, harsh, extreme conditions as continuing to Bambi bucket. That takes a lot of wear and tear on an engine.
Taylor knew 3 of the 4 people on board this accident. He says this tragic crash rocked the aviation and law enforcement communities. Sasha Leninger, KOAT, Action 7 News.
The report also shows the pilot, Undersheriff Larry Corn, did his annual flight training, which included auto rotations with touchdowns and turns, an emergency procedure where the pilot is trained to land with no engine power. The NTSB says Corn tried that and was unsuccessful, possibly due to complications of setting sun and high-density altitude.
The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office sent us a statement writing in part, "We have taken every possible step to ensure such a tragedy does not happen again. We owe it to our community and to the families of the victims to uphold the highest standards of safety and service. We will honor their memory with our actions."